stupid.
Again to our channel, this is Bridges. No problem. Okay, I should start.
The floor is yours.
All right. Hello and welcome again to another episode of Bridges. My name is Ochanya and
Rainbow here.
why do we always do that? My name is Ochanya and this is Rainbow. We could actually do that and we'll be fine instead of introducing and then you have to introduce yourself.
Well, maybe
It's like
because we
radio
don't want it to be like, oh, this is the guest and this is the host.
Okay.
Mass communication students, take note. It's the second half of 2022.
Yeah.
And possibilities. Things are possible a whole lot.
Mhm.
We're hopeful and grateful at the same time because 2022 come by King Kasi. 2022.
Bring it back.
Bring it back.
Yeah.
English.
It's back now.
2022 came by really fast, and we're so excited to be part of the next phase of the year.
Yes, and that's why we're going to be talking about things you should do and things you shouldn't do.
Since
we're
we're going into
the
the
second half. Okay, it's like the bad English transferred to me. I reject it. Out.
Amen.
Now, so we're going to talk about things you should do and things you shouldn't do in this 2022 that we're still in. So, where do we even start?
The first half, half of something is like, okay, make mistakes, do all of that. We're not saying you shouldn't make mistakes. We're not looking, like we said, we're not perfect. So we are not looking for perfection.
At all.
But then there are things that you should be accountable for. There are things that you should and shouldn't do.
Yeah.
So, we're going to start with this very, very important one that I am very sure you're going to agree with me.
Tell me, I can't wait.
Get your PVC.
I wasn't expecting that, but that's a big deal.
Yeah.
Now, on a very serious note,
Yes.
everybody, if you're you're actually supposed to be 18
Yes.
to get your
To-
PVCs ready. So go to the INEC office. If you don't have an idea how to go about it, go there. Somebody will tell you and lead you to how you get your PVCs.
And Google is your
Very
friend as
important.
well. We don't want to make it about PVCs. We'd have told you some steps on which you
Yes.
can take. But then Google it and know what to do to get your PVC.
It's a good first.
Yes.
It's a good first on our list to get your PVC.
Yes.
It's very important. We need to vote people who are not competent enough, who will know and you know that they can't really take us forward. So we need to make that choice for ourselves and stop complaining.
Because
So-
if you don't vote, you have no right
To say a word.
Whoa, the type of slap that will come out from hell. Because even the devil will not agree with you on that one.
Yeah. The second thing is about procrastination.
Exactly.
It is very, very common to find people making excuses, giving excuses for something that you should just take a step and just do it, regardless of whether you have
Resources?
resources, because mostly it's about resources and then the time. You claim you don't have the time, you don't have this, you don't have that. Just do it.
And this is
Don't
coming
think
from
about
someone who has defeated procrastination by fire, by force.
Like this
Sure.
this show.
She just came. She was like, Rainbow, we're starting. This is what she did. She said, Rainbow, we're starting this thing on Thursday.
We had to. Like, if we don't have the camera, let's rent. If we don't have enough lights, let's rent. But we need to start this. I mean, we had this structure for months and nothing was happening. I just felt, let's do it.
Let's do it. And here we are making your day.
Yes.
Another thing I think that people should stop doing in 2022 is to keep their nose to themselves.
Nose. Or as in
Keep your nose out of
snooping.
people's business.
Very important.
I tell you, your nose is for you alone. Sniff yourself, know whether your armpit is smelling or whatever, and do the needful. But when you make it a point of duty to be so useless that everybody's business is where your nose is, then it's a problem.
It's a bad habit.
Let me tell you something. You will be nicknamed because people know gossips. Everywhere you go, when you walk into the room will be silent. Because
they're saying the things they want to say in their minds about you at that time.
Exactly.
Because they know who just walked
in.
I agree.
And
totally.
you cannot just always be in people's business. Mind yours, but mind the one that pays you. Okay? And stay in your lane. A lot of people do things for a certain reason. A lot of people go through certain things and they act a type of way at some point. And you know the most painful one about nosy people? Them too, they are doing maybe the same sin.
Yeah, that's true.
Most of them, then they do one. But because now your own day table,
now your own day out,
they will so
dwell in.
They will make a big deal out of it as if their lives are perfect. I'm not saying that, just because you've made a mistake before doesn't mean you don't have an opinion about someone else's mistake or you cannot correct them. But then, learn to keep your nose in your own business. I've mastered that.
And you know, the thing is, sometimes people actually bring these businesses out and dig into the dirt. If somebody doesn't
bring you into their business, don't make it yours.
Stay out.
Okay. The only reason now, if somebody brings their business to you, it is in your position to either listen and comment or just listen. Sometimes the only thing people need is a hug. Not talk,
or just listen.
Just listen and nod. Like, okay, I don't have an opinion about this, respectfully.
Or I'll call you later. Let me just digest this, and then maybe I'll have answers for your problems at that time.
The other day, a very a distant friend of mine was trying to tell me things, newly married and all of that, and then I only listened. She was like, "Are you there?" I said, "You know what? I honestly have not walked through this path and I don't have anything at this moment. Like, my head is empty."
But do you even know, even if you were married, most times what will work for a certain couple will not work for another marriage. So sometimes whatever advice you give the person is really best to just tell the person, look, just think about it, prayerfully think about it, and let God lead.
And they might even think that the advice you're giving them is a deliberate thing, is a deliberate way to spite their marriage. So
when it comes to marriage, though, I'm very careful when it comes to marriage, because most of the times they come to tell you to hear what you will say. Not really that they want you to advise them. So I will just tell you, follow your heart. Is my hair going off? I feel like it's going off.
It's not going off. It's really? You that it was like perfect. Why did you drag it?
Okay, sorry. But the point I'm trying to make is, when it comes to marriage, it is best you just tell the person to prayerfully think about it and then do what your heart tells you to do. Now, you knew that person before you went into the marriage in the first place. You knew to a point. Although some people still say you never know your significant other until you're really in that marriage with that person for a certain amount of time. But then you know him to some point. So try to navigate. I mean, it's a give and take thing.
Coming from somebody who has been married.
So
dear married friends, I don't have advice. I'm not saying that if you're going through some things,
neither do I.
You shouldn't share with me. But then there are things that I'm just going to listen, and it's not because I don't care about you. It's because I don't know. Okay. Moving on. What are some of the things people should stop doing in 2022?
There's so many things that we shouldn't do, like drive rough and be on your lane, people. Stop shunting. I hate that. Like, a lot of the times, just be on one lane and be patient. I think we need a lot of patience and tolerance. Maybe things we should do now as to things we shouldn't do. Things we should do as a people. We should be more tolerant. Be more tolerant of your neighbors, be more tolerant of your relatives, be more tolerant of your co-workers. Try as much as possible to be patient also. Now, everybody comes with their own baggage, with their own character that is not palatable, is not pleasant. But you have to find a way to coexist with them, like you said on our previous show. Coexist and just manage, and everybody will be fine. If we're patient and tolerant, but because there are a whole lot of things that we won't be seeing.
Yeah.
Like even these fights and tribal, whatever.
Yes.
You're from a different place. I'm from a different place, but a different religion.
We've not even
you know,
had that talk about, oh, you're this, you're that. Oh, that's how these people
even come
act.
to my mind.
Exactly, because just because you're human, you are worthy to be here
and be alive.
And speaking about tolerance, we all have our days.
Yeah.
For me, anybody that knows me know that on the days that I don't feel my best, I am not even going to pretend to you.
I know.
Exactly. I am not going to pretend to you. I'm going to be moody. It is now the understanding of knowing that it's not about you. Mm-hmm. This girl has her own issues. It is about me and my own whatever it is that is going on in my head.
Things that we should be doing. We should be more empathic towards people's plight, towards people's feelings. So if you see somebody in some certain moods, you can actually ask, just like you just mentioned now. You can actually ask the person, do you want to talk about it? Do you want us to go for lunch or something? Then we can talk about it.
The Igbo part of her is out there. Yeah, chicken. Like why
no,
something that you
I wait. I'm making a good point.
Okay,
I'm making a good point.
Go on.
The thing is, there are some people who are going through a lot of issues. It doesn't mean I don't have issues that I'm going through too, but there are some people's zone that is really bad. Show empathy. You don't have to show pity. Pity is different from empathy. Just show concern about the person.
Like you feel what they're feeling. Like I can feel. Like I put myself in your shoe, and I
understand what you're going through, or I try to understand what you're going through, because sometimes some issues are so huge that you can't understand.
Speaking about empathy, I feel people these days, they do problem competition.
Which one is that one?
Where you tell them,
Sarah will not kill me.
Why did you
get
call
all
me
these things?
Sarah? It was when you were saying this.
Rainbow, you will not kill me. Where do you get these things from?
Problem competition is this. You are telling somebody.
You always have terms for things.
When you are telling somebody, "Kai, see what I'm going through. I have been through this thing and your own is better. Do you know what me I've been through?"
I hate that with a passion. Like, listen to my problem. I came with you with a problem. Can you just listen first before you start comparing me how other people's own are big? Especially, this happens in marriages a lot.
Problem competition.
So that's the name.
I just made that up. But then you get it.
I know you made that up. Oh, gosh.
But then you get it. People would not listen to what you have to say. It's like, I had an accident and I went through this. Hey, your own is better. Is it only this car that you have? Do you know the one that I have on my mum? Do you know the one that my leg has? You keep doing this, and somebody just wants to put it out there. Like, okay, I'm going through this. Listen, learn to be empathetic. Taking it from her words, let us learn to be empathetic.
Exactly. Now, a lot of married women do that.
Okay.
When somebody comes to you with their problems and they tell you, my husband does this or he's doing this and I don't know how to go about it. Don't tell the woman, if you hear what other women are going through in their marriages, your own is small. She didn't come to ask you about other people's marriages. She came to ask for your advice on a way to move forward in her marriage, the issues she's having in her marriage. Why tell her about another person? If it's not working for that person, how is it our problem?
Everybody has what they tolerate and what they can.
Her patience might not be up to that.
Exactly.
Her long suffering,
yes.
long suffering might not be up to that. So what you could do that could help her at that moment is to encourage her.
Not to tell her to endure bad behavior.
Yes. Or just manage it. Your own self is good.
They will now say,
I detest it.
they will now tell them, oh, that's you. Men are like that too.
Men are
It's
like
better
that.
you choose your poison and leave
Who
it.
said men are like that, ma? Who now accepted that men are like that?
We normalize bad behavior. Like, I think that's what...
I don't know why we do that as a culture. I think from our mothers, they say, yeah, be patient. And then the worst in our part of the country is Yahakuri. I have a problem with that. Because when somebody wants to cheat you, they tell you Yahakuri is the wig falling off.
No.
Okay.
No, I'm just thinking that
I wasn't sure if the wig was flying off.
No, there's nothing wrong with your wig.
Okay.
Yeah.
I really have a problem with Yahakuri. If you say somebody should Yahakuri, when you've been cheated upon and something can be done to rectify or to collect that thing back from the person, you tell the person, Berikawe, Yahakuri. Yahakuri what?
Now, what are you supposed to do? Are you supposed to promote violence?
I don't understand.
No, I'm asking you, Ni.
Me? I'm confused. What's your question?
Are you supposed to promote violence instead of telling the person, Yahakuri, what are you supposed to do?
Oh, you see, let me give you an instance. I collect this research from you now. And I'm running away. Then somebody will say, just leave it. Just leave it. That's the Yahakuri that I don't understand.
Okay.
Why are you saying leave it? Help me to collect my property now.
Exactly.
You say, Yahakuri kowe. Yahakuri kamaya.
Har kun sa Ochanya tana Hausa.
Kamaya. I got that right.
Yeah. Hausa is
and it sounds sweet. What I expect is for you to go get my property back for me.
Yes.
Don't tell me Yahakuri.
Okay.
So we should stop that Yahakuri thing. Let people take responsibilities for the wrong they do. And when we're talking about empathy, let's go back to empathy.
Okay.
There are things that have been happening from different parts of Nigeria now. The kidnapping, the bandits, what's the other ones? The ones that go to the farmers. All these have been happening in the country, and the least we could do is to show empathy to those people.
Yes.
But you find people, I don't care. It's not our religion.
Yes.
It's not our tribe. It's not even my state. So
they will say you are deserving of it because when they are condemning what other people are doing in some parts of the country, you don't say anything. So me too, I will not say anything. Yeah.
No, we shouldn't do that. We are all in one circle.
And something that I need to get off my chest that people should stop doing in 2022 is stop asking people, how stupid can you be? Because some people take it as a challenge. If you ask them, how stupid can you be, they will do more stupid things. Just see.
Hey, this young girl. Wait. People ask that.
How stupid can you be? How would you be this stupid? And then you think that tomorrow the person will come and do more stupid things. This is personal to me. I
understand what you're saying.
Okay.
Yes.
They take it as a challenge. So instead of asking them, how stupid can you be? Just start asking, how good can you be? So that maybe they'll start considering being sensible.
That's a very good note to stop this show today. Let's even liken it to mothers who will tell their children, you're very stupid. You know, my mom used to say that, and then she will now tell you, you're not stupid in Jesus' name. Say amen. You know? Like she just realized she just said something that she shouldn't have said. Because our words as mothers, our words are strong and it will follow that child. So if you say this person is stupid, even your husband, if you say your husband is stupid, he will continue to be stupid for you. So it's best not to say things like that.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree.
All right then. Well, that's
all for today.
We'll see you in the next half of 2022. Of course, this is the second half of 2022. But we'll see you in the next one.
Bye-bye. Okay, peace out.